Alrighty, hello again. This is Trice Majestus, and we're back and continuing to head deep. 4,300 and something light years to go, I believe. Actually, we'll verify that in a minute, but let's get moving. We get some distance to cover. Alrighty. Let's see who's on. Anthony and Philip, but the thing is not caught up yet. Okay. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Alright, source system. A-I-N-S C17-1 destination system H-U-E-C-H-E XK-B C2-1 efficiency 40%. Range in light years 45. Alright, that claims 59 jumps. This claims 73 jumps. Either way. Right.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Commander. How's everything?
Not bad. How you guys doing?
I'm doing alright.
Unfortunately, Lynn won't be joining us tonight. She's feeling a little tired.
Oh, okay.
But, I'm on the road again.
I see you're fitted some 1,000 light years away.
Counting just go, and you'll be there tonight.
Right. 73 jumps.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you only have like 40 light year jump range.
59 on one estimator, 70, what's it, 73 on the other. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, we'll see.
This is why you should have kept up all kinds of spare,
No, because then I'd have to leave them out here, Philip.
carrier when you bought it out there.
No, I don't want to leave stuff. I can only have so many parts and ships available. You know, I can only store so much. Part of this is about reducing my inventory. Engage.
Charging FTL.
Yeah, but can't you store modules on the carrier?
Yes, but it counts against my stored module limit.
Oh, okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So I've got 2 modules that are currently stored on the carrier, which are going to go onto this ship. And the modules they're replacing on this ship go to the ship that I'm taking back, so that I will have just this ship stored on the carrier.
Okay.
I thought this through hard. I know exactly what I'm planning here. Now I gotta pay attention and not run into this neutron star.
Somebody named that carrier the new ex-wife barbecue.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alrighty. So,
System scan complete.
the rainbow. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Alright. Let's see. So I got one jump and then it tries to not do anymore. This one thinks I have one jump and then 6 to get to the next. Alright, let's see if I can find where the next is.
Well, tell it it's wrong.
I'm working on that. But first I want to see if it's right. It's definitely wrong again. Alright. Alrighty. So let's go back to here. See if I can get it to do something different.
Huh. This faction runs each of the stations in this system, and there's a bunch of them. CAQ, Quantum Empire Consulate.
Ha! Okay, well that goes to a different one. And 1, 3, 4, 5. 5. Doesn't look like it has another neutron star the whole rest of the way on that one. Okay. And now what's it think I have for...
Status War.
Interesting.
Find some good stuff on this
Galaxy
highway,
map?
man.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Alright, then we'll go to... Oops. D13. 2. Alright, we'll take a shorter hop. Only 5 jumps. Okay, well that beats the Neutron
How
plotter by
does
1.
that happen?
What's that? Engage.
I was 8,000 light seconds
Engage.
away, and
Frame
within
shift
a
drive.
minute I was
Jump.
under 1,000 light seconds away.
Huh. Interesting.
And it didn't start out very far away either. I was only 19,000 from the start.
3,
So,
2, 1.
Well, you weren't in a gravity well, so it wouldn't have taken long to accelerate.
but you know how the game handles a scale when you get close to an object. The ticker slows down.
Yes, but it all depends on the relative gravities. And sometimes when it slows down and speeds up, if you're at the right distance based on the mass, you have the slingshot effect happen.
Yeah, well, there's nothing out here, so.
Well, then you're just flat out. Flat out is, if you're not starting in a gravity well, is pretty good.
But the speed and stuff should have had some consistency. It was an inconsistent speed up. Not visual. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's probably just a perception thing because the game doesn't change the math. The game follows math. The math doesn't change.
Yeah, well, but I'm in the Anaconda too.
That's
That's
nice.
all messed up with big ships.
No, not in Super Cruise. It isn't. Super Cruise math is irrelevant. Not math. Mass.
Irrelevant?
Mass is irrelevant in Super Cruise.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't even follow.
No, because Super Cruise follows a completely different rule set, and it's the warp rule set doesn't matter. Your mass really doesn't matter because you're moving a warp bubble. So you're moving at a
System scan complete.
well, that's just says you hit that particular state. Engage.
Frame shift
Preparing
drive
for war.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Military grade Atlas? The tier 5 though?
Yes.
Man, I just found five groupings and they were all military grade alloys. That's quite a find.
Fuel scooping.
Have any of y'all ever went on some of these tip-offs?
Don't bother. They're not worth the time.
I didn't think they were.
Fuel scooping complete.
I think I went on one a long time ago, and I got to it. It was just one little wrecked ship. It had one little signal data. I got some encoded data, and it won't worth nothing.
Yep. Not only that, but a lot of times you'll get on ones that enemies will show up on, and the reward you get from them is minuscule. It's just not worth the time. Same with the mysterious tip-offs.
They ought to make them worth something a lot. You know?
System scan.
Yeah,
But you don't get them.
they're not worth the time.
Thing in Elite Dangerous.
Engage.
Frame shift drive
Preparing for
charging.
Yeah, there's lots of mission types in this game that just aren't worth the time doing.
Now people would do them tip-offs if it was like spawned a crap load of
3,
high grade.
2,
Yeah, if they was if you know if the rewards were something worth doing them, people would do them. But the rewards are never worth it.
Fuel scooping.
38 bodies. Oh my goodness. Looks like somebody's been here before, though.
Fuel scooping complete.
How many systems do you think are in the bubble specifically?
Systems in the bubble?
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm trying to remember the number because I heard it before.
Yeah,
It's a pretty ridiculous number.
That said it, but don't recall.
What's the Hutton Orbital? The truckers?
Yep.
They counted them one time because they delivered a mug to each one.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a little thing they did not long ago. I think it was probably either the beginning of this year or the end of last year, where they delivered one mug to every station in the bubble.
How
And that's
did they even get that many mugs?
It's a large community. I want no parts of it.
Never mind the 2 million light seconds you have to travel.
Just to reload up on the mug.
God.
Well, them guys kind of like doing it. Just like those guys that go around repairing stations. They love that stuff.
Someone's being interdicted.
Yeah, I mean. He ain't gonna get me in this ship.
What are you in?
Type 6.
Oh, okay.
This thing is maneuverable.
Yep.
It's a great ship for dodging.
Doesn't get interdicted though. You don't never lose.
Well, if I lose, let me see. I have. Let me see what my ship stats are.
It's not going to be able to survive a firefight.
No, but it can run like a spanked monkey.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it
I
can
won't-
run.
No. I am not going to put up a fight with this thing.
With
I do
like
have
a
defenses.
grade 3 shield.
Yeah, I outfitted this ship with, yeah, it's got the 3A shield, which ain't much of a shield.
Yeah. Just
But,
enough to protect the paint.
yeah, it has,
System scan complete.
Just-
I had to wait till I come out of, I want to get in the dig again. I might wait till I get to the station.
Seriously? I'm the only one that's been here? Cool. Alright. Engage.
Frame
Preparing
shift
for
drive
jump.
charging.
Although I have heard of commanders using the Type 6 for PvP.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Better pilots than me, that's for sure.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
I think this thing has 2,000 armor. Oh,
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
At least some of those that are doing it do it without shields.
Fuel scooping
yeah.
complete.
They do it with heat sinks.
oh, dang.
Oh yeah, they heat sink and you can't find them. Engage.
Frame shift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
You cannot target lock on him. It is hilarious as anything. Oops, looks like Philip dropped off and
4,
came back on.
3, 2, 1.
Guess I'm gonna have to kill the group and invite everybody back as soon as he's back in properly. Because he's stuck in the wing. But first I gotta deal with this neutron star.
Yeah, something happened to his old tall.
Yeah, it looks like his game crashed because I saw that he came back on.
Operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, okay.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
Yeah, I have this ship outfitted with only defense, no offense at all.
Yep. All right, I gotta kill the group because he's now ready to be invited back.
Okay, great.
So, be right back. So actually, we both have to leave the wing.
Yeah.
Takes a while. Grab these while I'm here.
System scan complete.
Alright, I should be able to invite everyone back.
Hi.
Hello.
Wait, where's the Anthony?
You were stuck in the wing, so we had to dissolve the ring.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, guys. Frontier had a issue of some sort.
It looks like you crashed.
Even, yeah, but it's not the kind of crash you would normally see. I didn't get sent to the main menu or whatnot, or got any kind of
What happens, old Tom?
bugged ship message. Hi.
No, game just zonked out on you, right?
Yeah, not only that, I had a shop set up in uncharted waters, play shop, see if I could sell some things. That game crashed too. So I think, see, that game uses an anti-cheat program, which doesn't seem to like OBS, but you can run it in Windows OBS. But I'm not even using OBS on that game now. I'm using OBS on the lead.
Doesn't matter if they
So, I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
Philip, here's a
somehow
problem.
they
Hold on,
hacked it.
Philip. Hold on, Philip. Let me explain something to you. Both the games heavily use the GPU. OBS heavily uses the GPU. You probably maxed out your GPU and crashed it.
I've done this before though. And
Yeah.
I didn't have an issue.
Well, they don't necessarily play nice together. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Got some weird Frontier debug window that popped up.
Oh, that's the crash window. Always fill that out properly.
Okay.
Always fill that out. That allows them to know what went wrong with the game, so they can trace it down and fix it. It gives them whole bunches of information. They're much more able to fix bugs when that happens.
When people crash, they usually just get the error message of some sort.
Yep, but when they get the error message, they get a server log for that. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
So if you get like the orange sidewinder or whatever, there is a logged event on the server for that.
Oh, okay.
If it
Frontier didn't know what the hell happened.
If it crashes out, then obviously something funky went wrong. But if it comes up with the crash window, it means that they were able to collect enough debug information that they can send a proper crash report back.
Oh, okay.
Which, as a developer, having that kind of information come back, that's the holy grail, because you know exactly where it blew up and what it was trying to do.
Yep.
Provided they got the logging right. So anytime you get that crash window, please fill it out. The game will improve so much faster. It's only the ones where the debug info is not able to be collected, where it just poof and it's gone. Those are insanely hard for the developers to fix because they've got no information.
Well, it also crashed the other game out, so I don't think it was Elite.
Uh-huh.
So it was either Windows doing something stupid, or it was probably Uncharted Waters cheap protection software not playing nice.
Yeah, sometimes their cheap protection software is a little too fine.
It's usually uninvasive, but there's some things it detects that it shouldn't, but it does anyway.
Yep. Oh, how did I misspell it? I don't think I misspelled that.
Oddly enough, OBS, I don't think is shut out.
May not have. Alright, this is 5, this is 5. Alright.
Oh, shit. 1 second. Oh, no. Yep, it's OBS and YouTube remained up.
Yep. Engage.
Frame
Charging
shift
FPS.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
In fact, the connection remained stable even after the game crashed, so I was talking on it.
Fuel
It might
scooping.
have, I wonder if it's going to record it. It should.
I don't know.
There was no interruption despite the game crashing.
Yep. Depends on the crash. But the nice...
Yeah, but I have OBS set to record the whatchamacallit,
Your mic.
Elite Dangerous client game. So I'm surprised it didn't time out or anything.
Fuel scooping complete.
No, it won't, because it doesn't check the Windows state.
Oh, okay.
Frame
Engage.
shift drive.
Charging FTL.
Which is actually a good thing.
Yeah. You are the funny one would have so many issues.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yellow's on.
But she's still flying like a Sidewinder or whatever she was flying.
He's got his clipper up to 41 light years now.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, wow, really? Nice.
which is decent range for a clipper.
Yeah.
And more than enough to go flying around the galaxy.
Taking years to get back to the bubble with that.
No. 40 light years is 80 hours to Beagle Pointer back.
Nice.
I know this because that's what my Anaconda was in the first trip out.
System scan complete.
I think people forget the first ships that was going out to Beagle Point was Sidewinders. Unengineered.
Actually, only one person managed that, and that was with help.
Yeah.
We helped him. I wasn't part, I didn't get close enough, quick enough to actually be part of the help. But the Distant Worlds 1 group, you would ask me his name. I can't remember. But he's the same guy who the day it went live, he got his Sidewinder together into, max as much of a jump as you can, which is just A rated, with D for anything else that he wasn't using. There was no such thing as SRVs, and he just headed out. No horizons, no nothing. This is way back at the beginning, and he just went out into the dark and he never came back.
Good gracious.
So the time between Elite releasing and Horizons releasing, he had never come back. I think it was 3, but yeah. It was insane. Engage.
Preparing to fill space.
I feel sorry for Yellow though.
Why?
Because when he went out there, the prices and the value of scanning planets and stuff were so much different.
No, they haven't changed.
I could just wonder worth a lot more now.
No, he went out there when I was delivering my carrier out there, and it's changed long before that.
Okay.
Well, he and Lynn were my refuel crew.
System scan complete.
We had other people come and go, but he and Lynn were consistent the whole trip.
They sure was.
Yeah, it would have taken me much longer to get out there without their help. I'm very glad the two of them decided to help me.
To bribe them to restock your carrier with tritium.
Not a thing.
I think Lynn was
Okay.
won't Lynn just starting out then?
No, she'd been out in a while. She just wanted to do something different for a bit. Decided to help me.
Oh, okay.
System map. Let's see. He's still at the main menu. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I can't imagine the number of hours they had to work with the guy that had that Sidewinder just to get him enough Jumponium to get out there.
That's insane.
Yeah, I hit to use that Jumptonium all the time.
System scan
Oh, just
complete.
about every jump, yeah.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah.
So they had to compute how many jumps it was going to take him with Jumponium and make sure he had enough with some to spare. And then spend the time on the planets that the rock rats found. Well, actually, the rock rats weren't formed at that point. So they had to find planets that had the Jumponium components, all fly to that, and then basically They get down there on their SRVs on those low gravity planets with the Jumponium stuff and shot, you know, the rocks and knocked stuff into the air, and he would fly by and catch them. Oh my God! Engage.
Frame shift.
Charging FTL.
Because that's what they're going material, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So they got him enough Jumponium to get out there, and then when they got out there, they mined enough at Beagle Point for him to be able to get back easily.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, that type of fuel right there is easy to get now. By today's
Yep.
standards. All you need is a SRV. That's it.
Well, even then, you only needed an SRV. The problem is he'd been out since the beginning. He'd been out there since the beginning of the game, flying around, and he kind of met up with us out there,
Supercharged.
or met out with the lead group out there anyway.
So he didn't have no
Nope,
SRV.
no SRV. They kicked up the materials and he scooped them manually.
And there's no multi-crew option back then too. So.
Well, it wouldn't matter because there were no collector limpets either.
Right.
No, I mean he's literally stuck out there. Period. There's no way for him to get back.
No, there is.
Yeah, he could
System
blow up
scan
and
complete.
No, he didn't have to. They farmed enough so he could get back.
Yeah.
wait.
Well-
So he made it back too?
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Teamwork. It made the dream work.
How many years did that journey take?
Oh, I have no. Well, I mean, he had it around a 20-something light-year jump range, so. I mean, if he wanted to just bomb it back, he could have gotten back anytime, just about any time he wanted. Once he got out of Beagle Point.
And once he got out of the Beagle Point and started headed towards Sagittarius A, the closer he got, the less he
Galaxy
needed
map.
back.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once he got back, in a good fair amount of distance from the center of the galaxy, and now he was able to jump on his own because the stars are close
Yeah.
together, so he was able to.
Yeah. He only needed maybe 40 jumps worth of Jumponium.
Yeah, when he was on the outer arms. Yeah.
Yeah. And somebody had pre-plotted the route for him, so he didn't have to make any mistakes. That we made. The guys made sure he got there.
He won't carry the mining laser himself, was he?
It
The
was,
miner laser has weight to it.
Right, but he would have to have something to get his own materials if he had to do it his own self.
Yeah.
well, no, you can't get the Jumponium planets by mining. You have to use an SRV.
Ah.
I thought there wasn't SRVs back then, though.
There wasn't when he took off, no. But by the time Distant Worlds came around, there were SRVs. But he didn't have any because he had left on basically on day one of the game release and didn't come back. I'm not even sure if he's still come back. He may still be out there.
What Phil don't understand is that from the bubble all the way over to the other side of Sagittarius A, he don't need no help at all.
No, he actually only needs help on the last 8,000 light years.
That's what I thought. The last 8,000 light years. That's when you got to have them the distant stars.
Yep.
And then there's an arm right there. There's a gap. There's a big void.
Yep. The Abyss. Once he got it, it was like 40 jumps in and 40 premium jumps in and 40 premium jumps out. Of course, or maybe it was 50, whatever. But he had people just more than willing to help him get in and get out. And so they did.
If I'm not mistaken, once you get a bit, you still need jumptonium. Even a ship with a 50 light year jump rate still got to have something when it gets to the abyss, don't it?
You could, with a 50 light year jump range, you only need 2.
Okay, two.
And they don't have to be premium either. 2 basics. That's it.
So,
okay.
so would the 74 jump
Needs
range
nothing.
be enough then?
Needs nothing.
Mm.
The longest jump was on the way out. I think is 73 light years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think it might be actually less than that. So yeah. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charted.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
I'll tell you one thing, it gets real interesting when you leave the bubble. When I went down to Earth astronomy up to the top of the galaxy,
Yep.
that station they built way up there.
4,
That was the
3,
first time I ever came out while I was out. I was like, it was dark up there. I mean, it's scary dark. Because you don't see no stars. All you see is the galaxy below you.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Either roof or floor are funny places to be. Yeah.
Yeah. But the fun thing, you can head to Beagle Point from the bubble and go down about 1,000 light years and then start going to Beagle Point. You start getting all kinds of systems that ain't got, that hasn't been discovered.
Yep.
I just noticed that.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
You got to get off the galactic plane because everybody done discovered that.
Yep.
Well, tomorrow night is going to be pretty interesting. I'll be in chat tomorrow, so I'll be at work. I get to see y'all fumble through the Odyssey again.
Yeah.
But this time, while in ship.
And what?
We'll see.
System scan
Is
complete.
that this phase?
I think we get our sidewinders this time.
The game?
Oh, you get. Oh, that's right. You got to buy. You're not going to have your ship. So you
No.
can buy a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if we had my ship, I'll bring my Phantom down there and start harassing the NPCs. See what happens.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Give them a hair buzz cut.
Yeah, now they got that them anti-aircraft turret.
Yeah, that's a nice start. Except don't be going too fast for
No,
the
you
turret
won't.
to lock on to me.
No, you won't.
Oh, I will sit back and watch you get your ass blown up, buddy. Engage.
Before I
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
get
fold
in range of the
space.
station, I'm gonna hit the boost button. Right past them.
And you'll pancake.
Through them. Right through Main Street.
4, 3, 2,
I just hope I don't hit the sign. Going that speed it's not gonna be pretty because I'm sure they don't have it where you can break the sign, so...
Well, remember, Philip, those guns they've got
Yep,
are the same ones that are on the space stations.
yes.
Ain't no but a couple of shots.
Yeah.
And I can sneak into a space station before you get it scanned, so
Frameshift drive operating beyond
before they
safety
even
limits.
realize what I'm doing, it's going to be all
Them
over.
things are giant laser, pulse lasers.
Yep.
Engineering.
The computer's not even going to be able to compute that what's happening before I'm out of there.
Keep believing that, Philip, and I'll just get out the popcorn.
Yeah, if you do get away, I guarantee you will have no shields and probably about around 5% hull.
Well, you have to, you know, they have the same mod. They're supposed to have the same mod on those that they have on the space station ones, and every hit does 20% damage to your shield generator.
System scan complete.
They have a shield overload mod where they hit your shield and it damages your shield generator by 20% each hit. No, we can't get that one.
No.
I have no idea how anybody's going to fly and attack the bases with a ship without someone going on there on foot and taking out the gun emplacements.
The station's weapons that are already in the game aren't all godly. You can survive quite a bit in something like a Corvette, getting pounded on.
Yeah, see, this is where we should be able
Galaxy map.
to use torpedoes.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
This is where torpedoes would be a good thing. If they knew how to work it right. Where you can come in and stay out in a distance and you come up there and you can bombard this facility with torpedoes from a
I
distance
believe those
and take out the turrets.
weapons have infinite range.
No, they're not infinite.
The ones on the outpost.
No, they usually about 3 kilometers out, 3 clicks.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 3 kilometers as far as they can shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be so far out of range by the time they even think they're going to fire their weapons.
Mm-hmm. I keep on hearing little snippets. Are we supposed to be getting a new SRVs or sometime?
Yes.
There's a rumor of that is unsubstantiated.
For the data minded?
Oh, yeah. I don't know where Yamix got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done seen Yamik say something about it. I seen somebody else. I think Elite Wheat said something about it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty interesting. And from the list of it, it looked like the SRV got the same station type guns on it, built on it.
Well, there's no way it has that on it.
Yeah.
It can't be. It'd be too overpowered.
It's supposed to, the one for combat, it's supposed to have 2 weapons on it. One is a missile and one is a laser.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
war.
You know what I want? All I want is some good atmosphere, atmospheric planet where I can lay my own station on.
Yep.
That'll be my home. That's what I want.
Yep. Same here.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2,
We
1.
desperately need some content that requires credit delete. This is probably why there's no trading in the game, because there isn't enough content to facilitate the trading system.
Mm-hmm.
We need some credit-based
Fuel
content.
skipping.
Please. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And player bases would help in that regard. You could have a combination of resources that are needed to build and credit or manpower to build. There you go.
When it comes to content, they can give people like that don't like combat, like trade and trade is one of them. Trade is the main one. They could give them a lot of content if they wanted to. I mean, imagine building factories on an atmospheric planet, like a water plant, where you actually got to go out there and mine and bring this ice down for this plant to process it and turn it into a commodity, which is water.
Fuel scooping
But
complete.
this plant offers a lot for that, you know, a lot more for that ice than it does in our regular station. You have to travel all the way over there, get 100,000 for each ton of ice because this plant is going to actually change it into water. So they could do a lot of kind of gameplay like that.
Yep.
Same thing with farming.
Yeah.
Farming, all this stuff that they sell in the stations that nobody pays attention to. Over 70% of the commodities in a station, nobody ever mess with unless they doing a mission.
Yeah. It's
System
bad.
scan complete.
There's some things that Uncharted Waters does that wouldn't make sense really because it's a sci-fi game and Uncharted Waters has history to follow on.
Engage.
But I mean, there's other
Frame
things
shift
that
drive.
Charging
easily
FTL.
bring over from that to this. They're basically the same game with the different settings. Like the farming, for instance. We should be able to set up like player-run farm.
Right.
One.
Are y'all familiar with the X series games like Eagle Soft?
Not really.
Well, that game.
Trace, are you muted?
I was for a little bit
Okay.
as I was hacking up a lung.
I thought something was odd.
If y'all was familiar with the X series game, which is X Turn Conflict and stuff, they got a serious good trade side of it, commercial side of it.
Yep.
Doing factories and doing trade. That game is awesome when it comes to that.
Yep.
Fuel scooping
Same
complete.
kind of mechanic in this one where you got factories where you're carrying stuff that really meaningless, like food processing plants and stuff where it actually pays you money for that.
That's how the farm system. It's not just
Ooh, an Earth-like.
farming. There's
Ooh, double Earth-like.
There's a fishery. You can farm fish and like salt. There's what's it called? There's the ranch where you get animals.
Exactly.
You can shear sheep too if you make sheep.
Yeah.
So you can either turn them into meat for food, or you can shear them to use for sewing crafting.
System scan complete.
So
Okay, system map.
This game could so use a farm.
Yeah, they could put a lot of stuff in this game
And,
that don't even
bait.
involve ships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't take the ships away. I mean, keep everything we have.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about in the atmospheric planet. People say, what you going to do on atmospheric planets? Okay. One thing about atmospheric planets is you can bring your farmers up. And there you got farmers and trade. Trade and farm would be number one on atmospheric planets.
Yeah. Same as mining.
Yes, mining. Now we got
In Uncharted Waters, it's part of the same system. You just pick the plot type you want to make, and mining is one of them.
imagine you landing down on a planet and an anaconda.
Yep.
And you deploy them mining lasers that all of us have been seeing in the game forever, just sitting there on stilts, sitting there mining into the ground.
Yep.
And they're getting their power from your ship, so your ship has to stay there. You know,
Well, it doesn't.
or
It
set up
depends.
generators.
If you have a player base there, you don't need any kind of power supply. But
Right.
you can just easily make a solar power plant down there.
And then you got some type of limpet that's wheel-based that rolls on the ground.
Yeah.
A limpet that goes out to these things and just gets the materials and bring it back to the ship to load the cargo.
Yep.
And you're watching all of this stuff happen. there's all kinds of gameplay they could do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times Elite Dangerous and stuff, when they think about gameplay, I think they too focus on combat more than they are the other aspects of the game.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
They are.
You can't do combat on everything in the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Same thing like you just said, field mining. That gives a whole different prospect. Now you're using an SRV to mine.
Yep.
You know.
Probes away!
Now hold on. Now that you're mining in an SRV, let's look at these low level type of materials that we mining materials that we can get. Like the stuff that we don't never mess with, that's only like 20,000 a ton. Okay, now you have hotspots on planets, atmospheric planets. You're in an SRV, you're mining stuff. Even though it don't pay much, you can mine it very quickly.
Yep.
Now we're talking about low pay but speed. It don't take long to mine them. So you got a 700 cargo space in a cutter that you can mine these low level materials and actually load it up a lot faster.
Yep.
So people would actually do that instead of going out there, I'm going out there and getting me some low temperature diamonds. No, I'm going to sit on this planet and fill a 700 cargo ship up in about an hour.
Yep.
It might not pay out as much.
Good.
Yeah, but it would be balanced.
Yep.
In an hour, I'd have made 3 trips, and that's almost. In 3 trips in an hour, I'd have made 3 trips of filling up this thing, and then all of a sudden, I'd have made about 250 million in them 3 trips because it was so fast to get it. But it took me a couple of trips to get it, which equals the same amount of time. That if I was to go out there and mine pay night, yes, it would cost. I can get more if I was with a 700 cargo, but look how long I would be out there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all kinds of gameplay, but they just ain't. And it'll be gameplay for everybody.
Yeah. It's slipping my mind what they actually edited, but they edited something to do with adventure, the adventure aspect, and it was so dumb. It was clear, like they don't go flying around. No, I know what it was. It was the ammonia world, I think. It was the CG a while back when they came up with that idea. It was clear they never flown. They never really done much exploring themselves because there's no way that as many ammonia worlds would be found as they were requesting people to find.
Right.
Even when it first came out, even with it cheating, it was an impossible task. But even after they edited it, still required people to use like predetermined mapping system.
Let's talk about a new mining game in the Elite Dangerous world. You just mentioned it. You said you mentioned gas giants.
Yeah, a while ago. Yeah, I mentioned you should be able to bring a ship into the upper atmosphere of a gas giant and start mining its gases or something.
I want to go down in the atmosphere. It'd be
so
cloudy, I don't know what, but I'm collecting.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yeah.
Surface scan complete.
And that, to me, that's what the carrier should be running off of.
Yeah, I know. They shouldn't be requiring tritium.
Right. They should be running off of that instead. Where you got mining ships outfitted with tanks on them now, where it's got to go down in a gas giant and carry it back to the carrier.
Well, I understand why it's running off of tritium, and there's actually a little bit of science behind that. because tritium is basically a radioactive form of water, radioactive isotope of water.
You could put that on the gas giant.
Yeah.
You could, or you could just put it in the icy rings, because it would probably naturally form there.
Right.
which is why we mine it on icy rings, because that's kind of where it would form. Basically, you'd get water which would freeze into ice and then be bombarded by solar rays, and you would have it split, pick up sufficient extra neutrons and ions and stuff, and then it becomes tritium,
Right. Yeah, I've been watching this Odyssey, and everybody playing it, and I've been looking at everybody in these Apex shuttles, and to this day, I haven't seen no difference with an Apex shuttle, with a shuttle entering the atmosphere of an atmospheric planet versus a non-atmospheric planet.
There is no physical difference because the atmospheres are so thin that a spaceship is not going to have any kind of resistance to landing on them.
No more atmospheric friction, so we got to get heavier atmospheres or something.
Yeah.
We need heavier atmospheres for that.
Okay.
And what will happen in the heavier atmospheres, if you try and go in too steep, you will your heat will go through the roof, and that's really the only difference on coming in with a ship. So you'll notice the shuttles are actually coming in pretty shallow. The other thing that they
shallower than I go in.
Yes, well, that's because it has an atmosphere. If they try and go in more shallow or steeper than that, they will actually start picking up more heat. If you're paying attention to when they fart around with their direction and stuff, you'll notice that or at least it looked to me like the limit on your angle coming in was like 10 degrees less than previous.
Could be.
And really, that's the only difference you're going to notice. And there's what you can build there. I mean, the reason they don't want to get into the heavier atmosphere planets right now is because they would have more population, and they just don't want to deal with that yet.
And people would really be demanding play run bases at that point.
Yeah, I think they should Earth flags and places with highly
They're avoiding Earth like the plague because they would have cities down there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and they'd have to deal with populations of billions of mobs, most of which are neutral to you. And there's just way too much going on to even think about that. They got to, they're moving slowly towards this because it's technically extremely difficult. In fact, I don't think they can do.
I don't think they have the surface space to handle that.
I don't think they have. Well, not just the surface space, but I don't think the current generation of computers will be able to handle.
Light spear.
Hey, Yellow.
Oh, okay. Hey, Yellow. That goes a bit.
I hear you got. You said you got your clipper up to a decent range now.
Yeah. Right now I'm just trying to farm up some materials to get the Guardian frameshift booster.
Haha! Well, that'll get even more. Then you'll have a 50 light year one.
Oh yeah. It's good being back in the bubble again, isn't it?
Well, except he's not really. He's out at the Guardian sites.
But I will be soon.
Yeah. Oh, well, the Guardian sites are at least only a couple thousand light years away.
Yeah, they're not that far, but still not.
Surface scanned
I haven't
by
did anything of the Guardian or engineering right now.
Surface scan
Not on this
complete.
account.
All right, 2 Earth-likes and 2 terraformables. 1 system.
You're supposed to be getting there something.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't turn that up. I mean, nobody mapped them. Somebody found them, but nobody mapped them. I'm like, why didn't you map it when you were here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's odd.
So I'm getting first mapping on those. Engage.
Frame shift.
Preparing to fold space.
Who would leave an Earth like without mapping it?
Somebody was in a hurry.
No one's in that much of a hurry.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yellow. I sent you a friend's request.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So who you been firing probes at recently?
System scan complete.
Not very many people.
Fire them at pirates.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, my
lose
goodness.
their radar.
Yeah.
Warning. Frame
Bounce
shift
something
drive
off their hull.
operating beyond safety limits. Frame shift drive supercharged.
No, right now I picked up I think I'm in a Python or something. Figured I'd play around with a few different ships right now.
How long you been playing, Yellow?
Since Fleet Carriers came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was part of my crew going out.
Oh, okay.
So,
With a 22.2 light year jump range.
God damn it.
well,
Do that.
he's still got a Type 9 on my carrier.
Yeah. I'll look here in a second, but it's like
Galaxy map.
900 million.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Something like that. Back at 500 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
He might as well just go ahead and build you another mining ship on this end.
Well, somebody was talking. I missed it, but there was like a fleet carrier that was going around visiting all the other fleet carriers.
Yeah.
And I was gonna hop on that.
And then you could put it on his carrier and bring it home cheap. Yeah. All right, so let's see. I've now got, according to this, 47 jumps. Okay. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I still think fleet carriers need bulletin boards.
Yeah.
You know them holograms that we see everywhere?
Yeah.
Now to put one in the hangars of these fleet carriers so the owner can put messages up there if he wanted to.
Yeah, that would be something.
That'd be kind of cool.
This fleet carrier is going to be jumping to such and such and such on this date, blah, blah, blah. So anybody that lands in there will see it.
Yep.
And since we're going to be on Odyssey now, and we're going to be on foot, there ought to be some inside the station where we can walk up to and see stuff like this too,
Yeah.
to communicate. Because right now it's a mystery. You land on somebody's fleet carrier and you don't know what it's going to do. You log back in. You land on somebody's fleet carrier in the bubble in a little stock sidewinder. And be off the game for about around a couple of weeks. You go back to when you way over there on the other side of the galaxy. Like, oh, shoot.
Yeah,
You
I've seen
can't
a
get
couple
off.
posts on Reddit about that.
Yeah, and you
People fall
can't get
asleep
off.
on the. Yep. No, you can't.
Because you get off, you can blow up all you want. You're just going to respawn right back on the same ship, the same carrier.
Yeah.
Now they could easily fix it and give you a choice, like what's the starting station that we always start at?
Oh, you could always die back to Sidewinder.
Yeah, you can, and that'll put you right back in the bubble, won't it?
Yep.
Yep.
That is always a choice.
Yeah, but
okay, that's
you're
good
not
enough, I guess.
allowed to buy back your ship and go back to a Sidewinder at the same time.
Nope.
So you have to
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Schooling
charged.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
allow you to buy ships on that thing. Buy yourself a Sidewinder, and then I guess
And that ship, yeah.
hopefully at some point in history
4,
that fleet
3,
carrier
2,
ends back in the
Yeah.
box.
I can tell y'all all one thing. The next Distance World is going to be very interesting. Because by that time we'll have Odyssey, we got fleet carriers. None of that was existed in the last Distance World.
Yeah, so it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah, fleet carriers plus we'll be able to get out our ships and walk
Fuel
around. Oh,
skipping.
that's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Well, I'll have to piggyback on someone else's carrier for that because,
I'm debating if I should use someone else's carrier or just be on my Phantom because I can now fly a carrier with my 74 jump range ship
yeah, you can.
because it takes 5 minutes to charge up. Deficit on
No,
the
it's a
carrier.
what? The carrier's what is a total of what? 15 minutes or 20 minutes?
20 minutes total.
Cooldown too.
Yeah,
I
I thought
forgot
20,
about
yeah.
the cooldown.
Yeah, 20, yeah, cool down.
Yeah. So it's the cooldown and then
And,
when you're ready to jump, it still takes 5 minutes to jump, charge it.
mhm.
Yeah. Y'all remember when I went up to Beagle Point? Just down there, and I landed on the planet and logged out by me, like a dummy, and got back on, and the carrier was gone.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't had that kind of jump range, so I had to self-destruct so I can go back on the carrier.
Yep.
Yeah.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift
Fine.
drive
Preparing for
charged.
jump.
Are we going to get 5 batches of Imperial shields in here? I can live with that.
Oh.
4, 3,
Boy,
2,
You've gotten some good rolls of the random generator tonight, Philip.
yep.
Yeah.
First military grade alloys, and now multiple hybrids with Imperial shielding.
system scan complete.
Hilarious. One of the rewards for this mission is 20 limpets.
Huh?
20 limpets. Engage.
20 lipids.
Engage.
That's a reward for a mission.
Engage. Hello, Anubis. Are you listening to me, Anubis? Engage.
Frameshift
There he
drive
goes.
Preparing to
charged.
fold space.
Oh, you're doing Robigo runs. Of course you have no shields.
2, 1.
Oh, that's why you don't have no shield.
He's doing Robigo runs in a Python. He's going shieldless, which is how you do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I kept waiting for his shields to, show up, and it's just like, oh, wait a minute. He's doing Robigo in a Python.
I was getting ready to ask.
Yep.
That's not too bad. I'm getting some pretty decent grade 5s out of here.
Yep. You can get some decent grade 5s. You get your Empire rank. You get money. I mean, it's a great thing. And you get, if you, well, actually you don't need it, but you also get your exploration experience there.
Yeah, look, what size power plant do you have on your Clipper?
Engage.
I think I downsized it.
Engage.
Frameshift
You should
drive
put
Preparing to
charged.
full space.
double-engineered 3As on it.
Might have to look into that.
You talking about the one we just got?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it might actually run it. Since that's his jump ship, it might actually run it.
2, 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I managed to. I can actually power a 6-8 thrusters with that damn thing.
Not only that, he'll probably pick up a couple of more light years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the
Well,
double
because it's
engineered.
also
System
lighter.
scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Yeah.
Amazing thing.
Fuel scooping
I
complete.
just got a 4A on it.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, if you got a 4A, you could
Yeah, downgrade that.
go get the materials for the double engineered 3A and buy that.
Yep. What materials does it need anyway?
No, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to go to a tech broker to find out.
Oh yeah.
Engage.
I
Engage.
probably couldn't get more.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charged.
jump.
Everything but my whatchamacallit, a Corvette will probably start using it.
Well, it'll make your jump range better. There's a couple of things. There are downsides to using it. Its heat transfer is not as good as, or heat dissipation is not as good as the 4.
Well, naturally, because of overcharged tier 5.
You ain't gotta tell me, I know.
So,
Scooping. System scan
All
complete.
dissipation rate is because once you overcharge it to tier 5, it really doesn't matter. The difference is negligible at best.
well, I don't know. I haven't measured it, but I know that the bigger ones dissipate heat better.
Yeah, that was
Either
one
way-
of the things about my.
Either way,
Clipper.
if you engineered a grade 4 to you're overheating. I know. I've done it before.
Yep. But I mean, the 3A is going to generate less heat, but it's not as good at heat dissipation. So I don't know where the balance will be there. Something to try. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charged.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
And it's a real nice power supply. So I mean, if it doesn't work on the Clipper, you've got it for something else.
Calling it a nice power supply is underrating it.
4,
That thing gives
3,
like
2,
what 18 or 19?
engage.
So much power.
Mm-hmm.
For the size, it's insane. Like I said, it's enough power to power up a grade 6A fully engineered thruster. And yes, you can
Fuel
boost.
scooping.
Mm-hmm. Well, whether you can boost or not is more dependent on your
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
on your
distributor.
the distributor. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping
Which, by the
complete.
way, I can still do with a 1D distributor. I don't know how, but I can.
On the Type 6, of course you can.
No. On my Phantom.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
1D, all engine focused distributor. I don't know how it can
Well, first of all, you made it engine focused.
Yeah, it's engine focused, but still.
You know, for an exploration ship, engine focused is a nice thing to have. Because then you can go for, you know, lighter engines and stuff like that.
And of course, so a macro that small is pointless to get stripped down anyway, so might as well. Engine focus. Up you handled smaller modules
System
elsewhere.
scan
Like
complete.
the thrust.
Engage.
Preparing for jump.
Drive charging.
We're Imperial shielded. Yes, I'll take this. There's
I ended up dropping below 2
a
billion.
lot of high grades in this system.
I ended up
4,
dropping below 2 billion credits.
1. Engage.
But just, you know, I bought a couple ships and A-rated them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured, I better make some more money.
Well, you undoubtedly made a bunch when you know, turning in your exploration data coming back from the carrier.
Scoping. System scan complete.
Yeah, that's fun.
And here I am almost all the way back out to the carrier again. I'm only like 45 jumps from the carrier right now.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, there you are.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
charging.
fold space.
40 jumps from the carrier.
I still got all my bookmarks from the different
4,
days that we
3, 2, 1. Engage.
all the way out to Unicorn's Rest was our first one? Yeah.
Yep.
Fuel scooping.
Wow. Another high grade? That's 3 high grades in the system so far.
Fuel scooping complete.
Plenty of time to get there too.
So what are you doing way up there, Tris?
Bringing a mining ship out to the carrier.
There's only one problem I see with Trace's idea is to use the Marnish of his means he's gonna have to take future trips to get to the carrier.
Yeah, but that means I can use a real jump distance machine to get to the carrier.
Oh yeah, but even so, it's going to take you weeks to get out there.
If I make a 90 light year jump ship, it's not going to take me weeks.
Nothing goes 90 jump range.
You can make an Anaconda go 90.
A Anaconda goes up to 84 theoretically.
Oh no, there's a couple of one person made a 94.
How people get it that high?
Oh, first of all, they don't have shields.
Yeah, of course not.
It's stripped down
I
real bare
stripped
bone.
it down and got to like 80, 81. I can't seem to get it to 84.
Did you dump your SRV?
System scan
Yeah,
complete.
of course.
I don't know. I've you know, on Coriolis, I've
People's videos before. I've seen it read out 84, so I know at some point it could be done. But
engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for
Can't seem
jump.
to get the last 3 or 4 light years out of it.
What did Frontier do? Did they spec that ship wrong? 'Cause that ship shouldn't be able to jump that far as big as it is.
3, 2,
No, in fact, they're actually going to tone it down, actually.
Oh, I doubt that.
And honestly,
It's got the largest jump drive in the game.
You said they're going to tone that one down?
That's not true.
No.
Just have a bigger FSD.
What has a bigger one?
fuel
Cutter.
scoping.
They have a class, they have one class higher than the Anaconda.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the Anaconda's base weight mass, base mass is real light
Fuel
Yeah.
scoping complete.
to that
Yeah.
for that size ship, though. It's like the base mass is wrong, according to the ship.
Eh.
Cutter, the base mass on the cutter is correct to the size of that ship.
Well, you got to remember this. I mean, the Anaconda is half the size of the cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think you can count the pylons as much of a increase in size because they're just a bunch of sticks and pylons.
No, that's where the jump drive is, so it's fairly heavy material connecting it. Or thrusters, I forget which. Or no, it's the jump drive that's out there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're not. Those wings are not exactly light. Yeah, they're not like an aircraft wings where you're just storing fuel and crap out there.
This is an amazing system.
No, it's just amazing tonight.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Charging
Lord
FTL.
Jesus.
Ah, here we go. Here's the next neutron star.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I've actually had a decent number of neutron stars tonight.
Oh, okay.
System scan complete. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go. Alrighty. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So let's change this to where I currently am. YAGREAU FSH D11-11. Calculate. This says I can do it in 34 jumps from here. And the next two jumps should be neutron stars. Which means this is not plotting correctly. There we go. Perfect. OEED 13.6. That's actually going to bypass that TriStar. Okay, sure. Alrighty, and away we go.
Another high grade? Are you kidding me?
Engage.
Frameshift
Charging
drive
FTL.
That's
charging.
either 4 or 5 high grades without doing any trickery to screw with the RNG.
Well, bless your luck.
3.
One of these nights you'll get none.
Engage.
In fact, I thought this night I was going to get none. Like the first dozen planets systems I went to had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, and this
Warning.
isn't even
Frameshift
exploited
drive
by
operating
anyone.
beyond safety limits.
It is an empire
Frameshift drive
system though.
supercharged.
Blames the Imperial shielding.
Ah, interesting.
What that?
I've talked about Robigo, but I have actually never went to Robigo myself.
Oh, okay.
And I
System
just
scan
looked up in the map like
complete.
that. I didn't know it was outside of the bubble.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
It's right. Well, it's technically right on the edge.
Oh, okay. Then it's not really outside of the bubble. It's outside of the power play bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
outside the pop. That's what I go. That's what I always go by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Galaxy
The
map.
actual bubble goes about
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
50 light years farther or so.
So, okay.
So the power play button is a good representation of the bubble, but not 100% accurate.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
As long as I've been playing. I thought the bubble was just where the power play stuff was.
Nope.
Yeah, a little bigger than that. Yeah. Engage.
Preparing for
Go
route.
ahead and draw a map. Draw another map saying where the bubble was at.
A good approximation is 1,000 light years from Sol.
3, 2,
Oh, okay.
engage.
You think that's far from Sol?
Yep.
I should know something was wrong.
It's not a perfect sphere, but you know that's approximate.
System scan complete. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Excuse me. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Only 3 batches in that one. But, hey. Add it to the pile.
I heard on one of the YouTube channels, somebody was saying that you could do planetary scan missions without getting out in the SRV. I wonder if that's true.
I don't know.
You must get mighty close to that data point to scan it with a ship.
You can. I've done it before.
How close you got to get to it?
Oh, you have to be. You don't have to be right on top of it, but you have to be pretty close. It's hard to do on the highly magnetic planets, though, because you have to remain still long enough to scan these things.
No, man.
So it's not always a viable option, but it can be done.
Probably better to do it with a small ship.
The size of the ship doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's just, is there a huge magnetic field on the planet or not?
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Because you don't want your ship to be, like, wobbling about like it's on an ocean wave.
Right, I got you.
You need it to stay still.
3, 2, 1,
I love doing missions because I get a lot of data. Encoded, you get a lot of encoded.
Hmm.
Yep.
And it don't pay that bad either. Yeah, I used to do a lot of them at one time, and then I learned the little tricks of the trade. When you fly down, sometimes there will be a ship park there, and if you got a small ship,
Another high grade? Kidding me.
Huh?
I found another high grade.
And are you in the same system or are you jumping systems?
No, it's the same system. The system doesn't. What the hell am I getting interdicted?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm surprised I didn't instantly lose because my ship was actually powered down.
No, yeah. Oh, you got a certain amount of time. You go back up though.
Yeah. There, you happy? I beat you. Now, let's hope my, high grade still here. How much?
System
I have
scan
1 minute
complete.
and 4 seconds. Asshole. I'm not gonna make it.
Engage.
Frame shift.
I hate it when that
FTL engines and
happens.
preparing for jump.
Wait a second, I might. There's only like 60 light seconds away.
4, 3, 2.
Come on, hurry up, though. My
Engage.
engine needs to rev up. Because the stupid ship knocked me. Come on, rev up already.
You're always complaining.
See, this is the time where you should have a super cruise assist. Better get you there fast.
Fuel scoping.
Now, less than 1 minute remaining. Oh, I might actually make it. Come on.
5,
About to enter final approach with only 30 seconds left. And it's going to be close. 20 seconds.
System scan
Come on.
complete.
You think they'll make it? It'll take a miracle.
Oh, so close. 10 megameters away. I got it. Holy shit. I don't believe I made it.
Bah humbug.
I only had like 1 second.
Fuel scooping complete.
All right, we're full of fuel. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charged.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Graded? And I'm out of high grade. Thought it would never end. Trace, it's almost 10.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Guess I should head back to Sniper.
Galaxy, let's see. 2 jumps to the one I want. Yeah, that's good. Engage.
Frameshift
Spooling
drive
FTL
charging.
engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I wonder how many,
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I know.
Frameshift drive supercharged. System scan complete.
Oh, damn. I'm almost full. I'm 5 short of being full on Imperial Shield. Let's see how many military grade allies I picked up in the other system. Military grade allies? 12.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Charging
charging.
FTL.
I don't believe it. I almost maxed out Imperial Shield in a single system.
So now I should be 25 jumps from the carrier.
Warning.
Well, you
Frame
won't
shift
be
drive
getting that
operating
anytime
beyond
soon.
safety limits.
Not this week.
Frame shift drive supercharged. System scan complete.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
(1,425 light years).
Oh, that's so close. Do you really need sleep?
Oh, that's interesting. Let me see what this says. PREOUBERDAAD51. Calculate. So that says 25 and interesting. So the neutron plotter says I'm 25 away. The in-game plotter with neutron turned on says I'm 26 away.
That's odd.
Getting closer. Engage.
Frame shift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Says I'm okay. Yeah, that works. Engage.
Frame shift drive
Preparing to
charging.
fold space.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Well, getting closer.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame
Preparing
shift
for
drive
jump.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Now I know I can make 25 or 26 jumps in a night, so I'm probably just going to fly the plotted course. Because at this point, there's no real difference between them. One jump, who cares?
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
warp.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Engage.
Preparing
Frameshift
for
drive
warp.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete.
Engage.
Preparing to
drive
fold space.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
charged.
fold space.
Oh, Sprat Dog.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Or is my ship's mass lower than what the minimum mass is supposed to be? Minimum mass is the first number, right?
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
Then it's current? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was minimum, current, and then mass.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, my phantom is light as hell. It's either 374 or 375 tons. 300.
System
And
scan complete.
I have it.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Charging
charged.
FTL.
Guess I'm going a little over tonight.
4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
20 jumps to go.
Nice.
I can actually get there in like less than half an hour.
Yeah. Just don't go mapping anything.
Fuel scooping.
Oh no, I'm FSSing everything along the way while I'm refueling. Or just after. It really doesn't take that long.
Just parking right inside the Stars Corona, and while doing that, but
Oops, come back here. Come back here, Star.
Fuel scooping complete.
There you go. Or I'll park, like this system only has 8. They're probably all ice balls for the most part.
oh, I really
System scan
fit you
complete.
that time.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Oh, good. Neutron star.
A unmapped one?
I believe so.
4,
Oh, nice.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
But you ran into that. Very lucky.
No, actually, it's been,
Running in.
probably 45% of the ones that I've gone on this route have been discoveries. Because I'm, for the most part, using the in-ship
System
scanner.
scan complete.
Oh, okay.
Warning.
And it's working.
Frameshift drive operating.
It
beyond
does, so long as you
capacity.
keep going back to the map and re-priming it.
No, I mean
Warning.
the
Frameshift drive
neutron
operating
star
beyond
color
safety
coded
limits.
system
Frameshift
is
drive
actually working for
supercharged.
you this time.
Yeah, it's sometimes it takes me off way the heck on long routes, but and so I have to correct it back to the better route. But galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Alright, so it wants me to go there. So I will respin the route, and it will put me there and get me a more direct route. Which will drop me, that saved me 2 jumps. Okay, cool. I now only have 17 jumps remaining. Right, okay, great. Oops. Good luck with baby duty. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
charging.
fold space.
Ah, which puts me to another neutron star. That's nice.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You'll be there in like 2
4,
minutes.
3,
Get
2,
going.
Ha, not 2 minutes. Hey, Hammer City, I'm sorry I haven't been watching the chat all that much. I hope I didn't miss you by too much. Give me just a second to refuel at this star, and I will look at what you said. Wonder when the last time I actually looked at that was. Been kind of concentrating on
Frameshift
flying.
drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Cool! Welcome to the game.
Oh, he just started?
He's got 35 hours in the game.
Oh, cool.
Give me the timestamps. How much did I miss? 10:10. Oh, just a couple of minutes ago. Cool. I didn't miss you by that much. But welcome to the stream and welcome to Elite. All right, so I got 16 jumps remaining. Oh, let's this water world's in this system.
Don't sightsee. This isn't a sightseeing trip.
Oh, this is not a discovery, by the way.
System scan complete.
They've both been mapped.
But that's
System map.
just as well. Get going.
Yep. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
All right, it wants me to go there.
Who's maintaining your carrier while it's out in the abyss?
The crew.
Oh, it has a crew?
Oh, hell yeah. It's got a pretty big crew.
Oh, okay.
All right. Engage.
Preparing
Frameshift
for
drive
war.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Yeah, well, you know, especially when I'm dealing with a lot of neutron stars, I gotta be real careful that I don't fly into them.
Oh my god, that would be bad. And what's worse is he's in the cutter.
Fuel scooping.
I really don't find that a problem.
Imperial ships, have an issue with their canopy. Neutron star plus, canopy, they don't exactly go well together. Not to mention, the cutter's huge.
It is huge, but that's okay. No, everything's over there.
Fuel scooping complete.
I gotta pull away from this star so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Boy, nothing's following an orbital plane. How nice.
I hate when that happens.
Metal content with rings.
Are there multiple stars in that system?
Yep.
Maybe it's under one of the stars.
Oh, I'm already at the next star.
Oh,
And there's a whole bunch of rocks around the other star.
System scan
There we go.
complete.
Engage.
Preparing to fold space.
Charging.
Not even looking. Time to go. Yeah, once you get all those assist things off, and you really got your hands on the controls, this game is by far the best spaceship flight simulator that's ever been made. Which is what addicted me to it back, when it was released 5 or 6 years ago. I think it's over 6 now.
Scooping.
Yeah. 2014. Early 2014.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping complete.
How close are you now?
15 or 16 jumps.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
warp.
And the next time I hit a neutron star, I will recalculate the route and hopefully get a shorter one.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, I've got a piece of software which is relatively inexpensive called Voice Attack. And I have the Anubis voice pack for it. Anubis.
Commander.
Information. Information. Now he's going to be a pain today.
Fuel scooping complete.
Anubis, information.
Anubis decompiled.
Yeah. Information. Information.
Anubis,
There
first
he is.
generation integrated AI. I am designed, edited, and voiced by Zenuel. More information on my creator can be found at zenuel.com. I am currently version 1.0. Thank you for downloading me.
And Voice Attack runs off of the Windows speech recognition engine. So the way you calibrate it is with basically calibrating the speech rec engine in Windows. I'm a little overdue for a recalibration, which is why Anubis is having some more trouble.
System scan complete.
at some point I will spend a couple hours and get the calibration a little better, because your voice changes a little over time, and so you've got to get the speech recognition to sort of tune in on your voice. I've also got the Tobii IX4C head and eye tracker. I'm hoping to get the 5 soon, because the 5 is, from what I've seen, so much better than the 4C. I've also got the Thrustmaster Warthog throttle and stick, and a pair of SciTech foot pedals. Engage.
Preparing for jump.
So, yeah, I've got quite the cockpit set up.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
You really need that head tracker to use the flight stick, in my opinion. Otherwise, you can't see where the heck you're going.
Yeah. Well, I like it because I like immersion. And being able to look around as you're doing things, it increases the immersion by an order of magnitude. It's just so much nicer just to be able to look to my left and see the star go by, you know? It just adds so much to the game.
Fuel scooping complete.
And I don't like the head-mounted displays. I don't like the resolution on them, and I don't like, you know, they kind of mess up streams.
Oh, yeah.
Here, hold on a second. Go. Doink. All right, so now I've got my camera in the top right, and I will actually take the camera off the monitor, and I'll turn it around and kind of show my setup here. Oh, wait a minute, I got to turn the background off. There we go. All right. So because I'm streaming, I've got a laptop off to my left here to keep track of the stream. The computer's there, or the screen. And on the bottom of the screen down here is the head tracker. And then I've got Thrustmaster stick, Thrustmaster throttle, both designed off of the A10 Warthog, actually licensed from the Air Force. And then down below me here, pair of SciTech foot pedals. So it actually flies like I've got an actual cockpit. And it makes things so much more immersive when I do that. So, you know, if you enjoy the game without that, then you bring it in, the game just gets immeasurably better. Now, as far as, you know, HOTAS, that means hands-on throttle and stick. And there's a lot of HOTAS systems out there. SciTech makes some, Logitech makes some. If you see references to SciTech, like my foot pedals, SciTech was bought by Logitech, so now Logitech now makes and distributes all the SciTech products.
Do they still make the SciTech gaming services?
Oh, heck yeah. They make everything still.
Okay, I need to get a new one.
Yeah, some of them you won't find the older models because they've upgraded the models, but I don't believe they've lost a single product line off it. So,
Okay, so the product line is still being rated.
as far as I'm aware, they still carry all the product lines because they really wanted to get heavily into the gaming controller market rather than just, keyboard, mice type of things.
System scan complete.
Well, thank you, and yeah, Odyssey. Boy, Odyssey adds a whole new dimension to this game. Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
But I do like having the full cockpit just because, I mean, just the immersion factor, it just makes the game so much more enjoyable. And it was already a great game to begin with, so yeah, a great game made better.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And I wanted to get to bed early tonight.
You should be about there.
12 jumps to go.
I'm thinking of flying a Alliance Crusader. This is pretty deep.
Yeah, a lot of people like that ship. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I'm flying one there. It's pretty neat. I had the landing gear down, and the engines on them pylons outside was not running. But when I put the landing gear up,
System scan
then the
complete.
engines on the outside came on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Engage.
It was only using the engines that's on the
Preparing to
facade
fold
of the
space.
ship itself. That's pretty neat. That's a neat little animation there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing I like about this game is this: you can decide what game you want to play. You can do a search and rescue thing. You can do bounty hunting, mining, trading, pirating, exploration. It's just so much to do. And then adding Odyssey in with all of what you can do with that, it's just mind-blowing, the amount of stuff you can do.
Yeah. Tell me about it. And now Odyssey added to it. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, if you're bored playing this game, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You just have to find something to do, that's all.
Find something you enjoy and just play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing a little bit of everything.
Fuel scooping
Switch it up,
complete.
change it up.
Yep.
And that's where people make the mistake of playing this game. You don't keep doing the exact same thing over and over. Like right now, I'm doing a rank grind tonight, but tomorrow I'm not going to do a rank grind. I'm going to do something else.
Yep. You know, I'll set myself a goal. Like,
It's going to be even easier
me too.
to have a refreshing feeling when you're when you want a break from doing whatever you usually do.
Yeah, just go jump into Odyssey and go do something completely different.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's like, I'll set a target rank I want to reach in one of the
System scan.
either Empire or Fed or whatever. You know, and I'll grind that for a while till I get to what I want. Then I'll say, okay, I'm going to go do something else. Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for job.
I was just trying to fulfill all the ones, from the burning stations
Mm-hmm.
and see how far I got. Well, I got up to count,
Yep.
and then I just made Earth. So I'm good to go for right now. I only got 2 more ranks to go, I think, before I go to, I get to out of there.
Yep.
And then after that, in my leisure, and just doing other stuff, I'll finish the rank out.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I used to say the cutter was my favorite ship. Now I don't have a favorite ship.
Fuel scooping.
I don't have one either.
There's just so many ships that with the additional engineering and all the other things that have just become so much fun to play with.
Although I do have to admit, I have a favorite ship.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, your Phantom.
It's insane.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay. One of the coolest things about this game is don't know 2 ships fly exactly alike.
Yep.
They all got their pros, they all got their cons, they all got their weaknesses and strengths. That what makes them all good because they all different.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, and then the F-devs, to give them their credit, they even threw in different sounds. You can almost, once you fly every ship
That's
ship
true.
sounds different.
Yep. And after a while, you can get to recognize ships by the sound they make.
Yeah. Yep. I tell you, one that always got me when I first started playing was the Adder. The Adder's got one unique, crazy sound.
Yeah. Well, Anthony and I have been playing this game since it came out, which was 2014. Philip, I'm not sure how long you've been playing, Philip.
Almost the better part of a year now.
Okay, so and I think Yellow, you're around a year as well.
Yeah, something like that. Whenever
System
fleet carriers
scan.
launch.
How
Yeah.
long I've kept track of this game since it came out?
No. I also kept track of this game since it came out. I started playing in
okay.
2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you played before I did, Trice.
Okay, so I've been playing this since 2014, and it's been my #1 game since 2014. I play this. I mean, right now I'm a couple hours a night, but back when I first got it, I was doing 4 hours a night, plus 16-hour marathons on the weekends. I've kind of cut it back because I do have a family. So making sure I have time for them.
Yeah, don't ignore your wife.
Oh, heck no.
Don't neglect her.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
war.
But as a software engineer, this game is absolutely fascinating to me. Through the UI choices they've made, I've got a pretty a good idea what messaging systems they're using, the patterns they're using. It's kind of interesting the way they put it together. Without even going and decompiling, just the way it acts, I can tell a lot of how they put it together. They've done a really good job. And the other thing I've really liked about them is they've kept their bug count far lower than most other MMOs. I'm actually really impressed with how few bugs there are in this compared to other MMOs. That's not to say there aren't a lot of bugs. MMOs, oh my god, they always got millions and millions and millions of bugs. But
Not quite that many.
some of the games I've played, yeah.
You've been playing games that were made by hacks, then.
No, but you know, they're made by professional companies, but you know, they don't have the maturity of the developers at Frontier. Frontier has some very mature developers.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the people in charge of it are making some really good decisions. From a software point of view.
People who decide the design choices are amazing.
Mm-hmm. Their sound team is one of the best sound teams I've ever encountered in a video game of any type. Their visual effects team and are very, very good. So I mean, all of that feeds into a game that's really fun to play. Not only that, but they've got a story arc in behind this, and it's ticking along at its pace. It's a 10 to 15 year story arc. I'm following it.
It's not really like executed in game very well.
The thing is, most RPGs, okay, they have a story arc that's designed not in real time but in game time, and the game time story arc is generally 150 to 200 hours of playing. Some as low as 50.
Especially in MMOs.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of MMOs I played. Their story arcs, the first 3/4 of the story arc, you could execute in a week, and then you hit the grind wall, and it will take, it's 6 months to get through the rest of the story, unless you've got higher level people helping you through the grind wall. And I got sick of that. But this game has an actual story in behind it, which you can choose to participate in or not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yes, this game absolutely slaughters Star Citizen. What'd you say? Yes, the story is real time.
Yeah. So.
Not game time.
Yep.
And that is kind of a unique concept in MMOs.
Yeah.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
That means just like no record unless you get into the books.
Mm-hmm. Grinding, real grinding.
No, but it really is.
But I only think it's grinding because depending on your type of gameplay. If you're a person who wants every ship in the game,
that's
every weapon,
right.
well,
If you're a completionist, you're going to be grinding all over the place in this game.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's worse in other games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The gathering materials in this game is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy and fast.
It's not really designed to be farmed the way we're farming it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do. I can tell that you're supposed to do this stuff as you go.
Yep.
As you play normal.
And if you do that, you don't even notice the grind.
Yeah.
Right.
It becomes invisible.
To give y'all an example, I told y'all I always scan ships. Whether I don't care where I'm flying at, I'm always scanning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just scanning them just to see
You
who they
carry
are,
a
what they
weight
are.
scanner with you always? Oh,
No, not weight
you mean
scan.
just a passive
Yeah, exactly. And I get more
Okay.
encoded materials that way than you can shake a stick at.
Yep.
Yep.
Just doing the passive scan on every ship in sight. Yep. You.
I just did one right then. I got 3 sets of encoded materials off this one ship.
I
That's
tried
3
to do
times.
that
what's that?
myself all the time.
That's
It's not.
9 knots.
Yep. And if you do it that way, you just do it as you're going along, you won't even notice the grind.
Yeah, you don't. Because when you're ready to use them, you already have them.
Yes.
Yeah. I checked the NAR the other day and I said, man.
Hey, Castle, welcome back.
You have to actually go out of your way to get it's the raw material.
Not even.
Like land on the planet for them.
Yeah, but if you're only getting as much as you need at a time rather than stocking up, you're done with it in 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Once you learn how to get them at the geosites, I mean, it doesn't take that long to get them.
The only real flaw that I have seen in this game, and it's only one to me, and that's not having EDDB.io inside the game.
Yeah.
And in Nara. But mostly EDD.io, I mean, their version of it. It should be just like that inside the game.
It would be nice, yes.
Yeah, I should be able to look up anything
That's
inside the
something I
game.
wish they would fix.
System scan
Inside the tool,
complete.
Engage.
this gamer like
Preparing for jump.
minimalistic at best.
Yep.
And half the time it doesn't even work right. The tools they have.
Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like about this game is I can't find nothing.
Yep.
I gotta go outside the game to find stuff.
Yeah. That is a,
Uncharted water.
What do you say, Trey?
that is a missing part, but then again, they haven't put the focus on that because the players have put the focus on that in external tools, and so instead, they've cut down on the bugs and improved the gameplay and a lot of other things without, because they're not focusing on that.
Exactly.
If
Because of the third party.
Yep.
Just to make that as a gameplay feature, though.
They could, but then you're going to draw, you've only got so many developers, right? And so if you've got a third-party group developing wonderful tools for the game, it's not efficient developer-wise for you to spend time doing what people outside are doing for free. And as far as a manpower decision, it is the right decision. It's not that much of a hassle to go to these external things.
No. I still think they could tied it into gameplay. Like,
They could, but what would you give up?
It would make the game all the more greater.
Yeah, but what would you give up for it? That's the point. They've only got so much manpower, and they are doing their best to efficiently deploy their manpower to give you the best game they can. Because giving you the best, in their mindset, giving you the best game they can will keep you here and keep you, spending money for more ship skins and stuff like that. For them, it's absolutely the right model. Yes.
From a business standpoint, it's free for them.
Yep.
If they had to do it, it would cost them.
Yep. Well, and also from a business point of view, there's so many features people are asking for. If there's a group outside that's putting in some, tools like that, then they can focus on all the other features, and the game just becomes better. And then they can also fix, they fix the bugs as fast as they can.
And on the upside, they did update the galaxy map.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We can finally share bookmarks to wing members. It's going to be awesome.
No more having to do squadron.
Type that crap out.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, the previous way to share it, you had to be in a squadron.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yep, that happens. And actually check my last Odyssey Alpha 1 stream, which I think it was from Tuesday. And you'll see how I finally was able to get those to get out of there without being killed.
You deactivated everything.
Deactivated all the defenses, yeah.
Yeah.
That way they didn't shoot my ship on the way out.
Yes. Make sure you deactivate
Engage.
the anti-personnel.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for
turn
jump.
off the Goliath.
Ah, there's the next thing I need.
Why not?
Come on, neutron star.
Another neutron?
Yep.
This should be your final one, right?
Well, it's listed me at 7 jumps to the carrier. When I get to the neutron, it'll be 6. And let's see if I can trim it from there.
Warning, frameshift drive operating
The big
beyond safety
question is,
limits.
will your carrier be green when you get there?
Warning, frameshift drive operating.
What do you mean
beyond
green? It's my
safety
carrier.
limits.
Of course it's green.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, okay.
Of course I'm allied with my own carrier.
The bug that used to be around.
Yeah.
That paint jobs on carriers.
How many Odyssey streams did I have? So I had 5 Odyssey streams, and the last Odyssey stream I was finally able to do some missions and not get myself killed.
But he's done missions before without getting killed. Don't let him fool you.
Well, I mean, in Odyssey, the two simple missions that you start out with, yeah, those you can do because they're not aggro. But everything, the second tier mission, in the particular one I was doing, the station would aggro me automatically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you're still trying to save up for the new suit, go look at my I forget it was the first or the second one of my Odyssey streams. It'll show you the missions to do. There's a very particular mission you want to be doing.
Those courier missions.
And you know those missions won't kill you because you're not going in anywhere you're not supposed to go. Don't bother looting anything. You know, don't do anything that'll get you in trouble. Don't go into any red tape areas.
System scan complete.
And if you do 3 of those missions, they're 50 grand a piece. You'll have your new suit. You can do it in 2 if you haven't bought anything else.
Yep.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yeah, but now once you do that, you really got to start thinking about turning off the base defenses. All right. No, it's going to give me 6 to there no matter what. Okay, fine. This is my last neutron jump on the route. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charging.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
You're almost there?
6 jumps.
Oh, shoot, you're almost right there.
Well, it should be a lot closer after you jump the neutron star. Should be either 2 or 3 or what?
No, it doesn't change the number of jumps. I'm on a plotted route.
Oh, okay.
You know, I jumped 182 light years, but that was planned into the route.
Fuel scooping.
You're quite welcome. Anything I can do to help, I will. Unfortunately, I can't run back there and do stuff, but yeah, I need to turn back towards the star a little bit. Five jumps to go. 5 jumps to go.
Complete. System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
It will be so nice to have the outbound journey done. So I guess you were right, Philip, when you said last night I would get there tonight.
Yep.
4, 3.
I got a good string of neutron stars tonight. Past few nights I haven't been getting very many at all, like 1 per night. But boy, you string a bunch in a row and you cover a lot of territory.
Yep.
Covered something like 4,000 light years tonight.
System
Actually,
scan
I think it
complete.
was like 5.
Fuel scoop.
No. I was 4,300.
Oh, okay.
Fuel scooping complete.
No, 2 stars. Okay.
Don't
Engage.
crash, try and
Frameshift
land
drive.
on
Preparing for
the
jump.
carrier.
Oh, come on, Philip.
It would be a shame if you went.
Don't be silly.
4, 3, 2.
But you,
1.
yeah, but that thing anyway.
Good question. I think they're 6s. They might be 5s. In any case, they're more than enough.
Yeah.
Fuel
Well,
scooping.
you made it past the neutron star, so you should be safe.
Yep. So long as I don't end up between a binary pair in the last couple of jumps.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
That's more of a stressful thing than the neutrons. But I've dealt with them so often, I know how to deal with it, so it's not... And there's the lovely nebula that my carrier is plugged into. Or is parked in. Boy, it's pretty from this direction. Kind of looks like a ant. And big ant, yeah, it's got like a pair of big bug eyes and a set of mandibles.
You're seeing, you're going see now. You've been out there so long.
No, it's...
Balancing power to all systems.
my own personal Rorschach test. Oh, isn't that pretty? Nice rocky planet with rings.
Really?
That was really pretty rings.
If you,
System scan complete.
it's not one of mine, is it?
You've never been out this far, Philip.
Oh,
Engage.
that's right.
Frame
You're
shift drive
Preparing for
charging.
war.
10,000 light years further than I have been.
Yep.
Wow. You have quite a delay on your screen.
What's it, 30 seconds? Because that's about normal.
Oh, okay.
Some nights I get lucky and I only get a 15-second delay, but most of the time it's between 30 and 45 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I do that has to do with stream well, you're trading latency against not getting a spinner. So if I make it lower latency, I get a higher likelihood or more spinner, time show up, because the way the streams work across the internet, they're kind of bursty. And so if you have a lower latency, it can't buffer enough to prevent the stream from getting a spinner.
Yeah.
So standard latency or is what I go for, and that's depending on how things are acting. It's between 15 and 30 seconds, or 15 and 45 seconds delay. 30 being about normal. Two jumps to go to the carrier. Engage. Engage.
Frame shift
Preparing
drive
for war.
charging.
That's if Anubis wants to get there.
Oh, I'm sure he wants to, meet back up with the AI and the carrier. He seemed so reluctant to leave the last time.
4,
Really?
3,
God, everything he did, he would misinterpret on the last time. It was a real pain in the behind. Until I got more than 5,000 away, and then he sulked for a bit and wouldn't respond to anything. And then he went back he's been normal since then.
fuel scooping complete.
Okay, when streams are buffering, how they get the that spinner on them. And by the way, welcome back to the stream, Mr. Blue Moon Halos. Good to see you again.
Hi, Blue Moon.
Yeah, it's the buffering thing when you can't get enough throughput on a live stream. If you've got your latency set too low, you will start seeing a spinner. You don't generally see that a whole lot on my stream unless I've got a crash. And if I've got a crash, I've got a second OBS Studio up on a different machine to pick up the stream. But yeah, and I that's why I keep the latency to standard, is so that people watching the stream live don't get the that's buffering spinner. But that does mean it takes me a little while to respond to people's comments.
Yeah.
I mean, there are trade-offs.
System scan complete.
Bunch of ice. Enjoy your ice balls.
Yeah. System map. Mengi was here. Hey, Mengi was here. And Warona. Oh, Wordna. And Baby Ray. Cool. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Charging
charging.
FTL.
Last jump. Jumping into my carrier system. Woohoo!
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now, this is where they're going to have a story event, or the system next to it, right?
The sector next to it.
Yeah.
So the story event, and it's like 5,000 light years from here. So this the carrier is very well positioned for it.
Fuel scooping complete.
In fact, it's pretty much the best positioned carrier for it. Well, there might be one that's slightly better, but yeah, it's the humongous exclusion zone is just galactic east from here. Like it starts 5,000 light years from here, and it's a couple thousand light years across. So it's a big exclusion area. Yeah, it's my viewership is going up. My subscribers are going up. I'm quite happy with how things are going. And you know, not only that, but I've been noticing when I haven't been logged into YouTube on, you know, my carrier is targeted, Philip. Oh, you're right. It is, because you can't target a carrier. Not on a bookmark.
Okay.
There we are. Yeah, I wish bookmarks could target carriers. I target them directly.
The problem is carriers move, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess you can't. But anyway, so I've been noticing when I haven't been logged into a YouTube account that occasionally my my stream will show up on the suggested. It's like, oh, cool. So yeah, I've been I'm really happy with how things are going, and glad that everyone's supporting me. You know, it's definitely gratifying to, you know, to see that people are enjoying the content I'm creating, or I should say we're creating, because I don't think I'd be getting anywhere near the likes and the subscriptions without Philip, Lynn, Anthony, Yellow. Yeah, it's definitely more fun to watch and listen to when, you know, there's people in a wing and we're doing things and talking about stuff, and occasionally, well, more than occasionally, having arguments.
It's like watching paint dry.
Philip and Lynn
You know, some nights I don't say a whole lot because I can't break into the conversation with the two of them going back and forth.
Sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. I mean, it is, you know, it's entertaining and people like to see it. So I've got no problems at all with it. Almost did a loop of shame coming into the carrier. Not quite, though.
You caught it.
I caught it. So, Hammer City Gamer says that that you guys are cool.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Where's Cody?
I don't know. I haven't seen Cody online in
Yeah.
at least a month.
Time.
Then again, I mean, Yellow isn't often in the in my private group, so I don't often get to invite Yellow in.
Right.
And for those on the stream that don't get the mention of Yellow, Yellow is Lightspear's name on YouTube, Discord, not Discord, YouTube. Brain. Now I'm doing a loop of shame. Loop of shame. I was too busy talking and went right by my carrier. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
You were so close, too.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests.
God, that's a pretty planet. And look at that nebula. That's amazing from in here.
I'm looking at your feet.
I'll give the stream a couple seconds to catch up and you'll see. I really like this location.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn is a she, not a he.
Yep.
Yeah, she's mama of all of us.
Yeah. Mama Bear, yep. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
I'm in the front row.
Pad has been assigned to you.
That's so weird.
Pad 7.
Having the having the pilot seat on the right.
Deploy landing gear.
In the cutter.
Landing gear deployed.
It's actually dead center. And there's one to your left and one to your right. There's 3 seats in here.
Landing gear
Oh,
deployed.
okay. Didn't you paint the wall as well? Just look green.
It is green.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me,
Solid
The
approach. Welcome,
dark
Commander.
side of the planet. Yourself, out of the sun's light, out of the star's light.
Yep, so let me pull back here. And I will actually show the cutters a nice green. The deck, of course, is gray because the deck is gray. But yeah, I'm not in the sunlight. Oh,
Yeah, it's green.
what the heck?
What happened?
Oh no, that's correct. Never mind. I thought it had the wrong ship model.
Oh, your cut is green too, huh?
But yeah, I made my mining cutter green. But yep, that's my lovely carrier. All right.
You paid $5 bills to just leave it out.
Say what?
Okay.
Well, I have been flying ships for 6 years, and a lot of that time was in the Anaconda, which is harder to land than this ship.
Yep.
This ship is very forgiving on its controls. Well, you're hearing Lynn through the in-game radio, which does to make it somewhat realistic. It does top and bottom clipping. So if you hear me on Philip's stream,
It's horrible.
yeah.
Mine is horrible anyway. Yours is okay.
Well, I've got a relatively low voice, so you know I don't get top clipped, which is very noticeable. Um, oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
top. I get top click bad.
Yeah, your voice is a lot higher than mine, so you do get top clipped. Um, huh. Okay.
Lynn's voice doesn't sound that bad either. In my videos. Only my voice seems to get screwed up. And the only explanation people like Trace give me is I need to spend $1,000 on a microphone.
No, you don't have to spend 1,300.
Like, really?
My microphone is $300 microphone, and
okay.
it's sufficient. Recently they haven't made any changes to the to the inertial model, but like a year and a half ago they did.
You talking about the flight model?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They changed in the flight model. They changed the inertia. Oh, geez, I think it's a year and a half ago now. And it was a heck of a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting it. And I ended up crashing my ship. I ended up crashing the cutter because
he wanted to run it through a canyon.
Yep. All right. Have a good night, Hammer.
Should be doing with the cutter anyway.
All right. So I have properly transferred the stuff to this ship. Okay, I have those other two sitting there. So this ship is ready for mining duty.
Now we just have to wait until your courier gets there.
Yep, but that will be, since we'll be in Odyssey it's only going to take the courier 2 to 3 days to get here. Since we're going to be playing the Odyssey Alpha Phase 2 starting tomorrow, by the time we get back from that, it'll be here.
Yeah. Just make sure you call it.
You bring your carrier back?
No,
Courier.
Oh, carrier.
Yep. Which, now what I need to do is I need to ship transfer my courier, which will be here in 31 hours and 43 minutes. I actually don't have enough to bring the Silver Shadow out here.
I thought you had billions. At least 2 billion.
Yes, but it's more than 2.5 bill to bring it out here.
Wow, that's insane.
So
That's crazy.
my courier is on its way out here. I've had the courier for, I think, 4 years now.
But never used it?
Oh, I used to use it quite a lot.
Oh, yeah?
I just haven't been doing missions that were good for it recently. And I think last time I used it was before they had engineering in the game.
Okay.
So
That's a long time ago.
it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It is an hour and 20 minutes past my bedtime. I have completed the journey to the Emerald Tablet, and now I'm just waiting for the my return home ship to show up. Actually, do I have... Nope, I don't have anything else. So, tomorrow night we will be back in the alpha for the Odyssey. It will be, phase 2 of the alpha will be coming out tomorrow afternoon sometime. So hopefully I will have it properly updated before stream time. But the plan is right now to start at the normal 8 o'clock stream time to in Odyssey and start testing out the second phase of the beta. Yeah, if this game, one of the things I've found on this game, Blue Moon, is that if you're doing the same thing over and over and over, it can get grindy. If you're grinding for like a long phase goal, like when the carriers were trying to come out and I was mining to get enough money to purchase an outfit and maintain a carrier. My goal was 20 billion. I made it to either 14 or 15 or something like that. Might have even been only 12, but it was enough. But that got very, very grindy. Grinding the tritium to get the carrier out this far got very grindy because I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. The one thing I do that I never feel is grindy is exploration, because every system is different and all the planets look neat. So
And they're going to look even better now.
yeah, I know. With Odyssey coming out, they're going to look even the visual models are going to be even better. So, if you're starting to get burnout in the game, just change what you're doing. And it's a completely different game. I mean, you can go do bounty hunting and suddenly you're not, mining and you're fighting ships and doing other things. Go trading for a bit. I mean, that's kind of what I've done in this game. I start to get, other when I'm really grinding for a specific goal, I'm just like, okay, I'll do this tonight. I'll do that tonight. I'll do the other thing tonight. I'll do a community goal for a week. Sure, why not? There's just so much to do that I just never get tired of it. But on the other hand, I'm playing 2 hours a night, and I'm making sure that I'm not playing too much more than that. Some nights I'll play my Darkwing account and then follow up with my main account. Some nights I'll just play one or the other, whichever. The two accounts are at completely different phases in the game. Darkwing is still in the early parts of the mid game.
Basically, just started out.
Nah, he's kind of in the mid game at this point because he's doing engineering and he's got unlocked most of the engineers. He's got like 3 or 4 to unlock.
And he has a Corvette now, thanks to.
Yeah. Yep. So he.
Mission thing.
Yeah, so in some ways he actually is getting closer to endgame, but he's nowhere near a carrier or anything like that.
I'm still short of a carrier.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can get you a link. One of the things that makes exploration now a whole lot better is the Deep Space Support Array carrier group, which I am a part of. That's why I got DSSA in front of the Emerald Tablet. And the DSSA has a website that has all of the carrier locations. You are in the galaxy, you are never more than 10,000 light years from a carrier. And so if you plan your routes, go fly to a carrier and then explore around the carrier for a while and fly to another carrier, explore around the carrier. All of the carriers have repair, refuel, and universal cartographics. So you won't lose all that much data if you follow around where all the DSSA carriers are, and they are literally spread across the entire galaxy. So the risk of losing all your data at this point, and I think all but 2 of the DSSA carriers are now deployed. Actually, let me see if I get the link for that.
Well, there's more being added every time, isn't there?
No, not DSSA carriers, no.
Oh, okay.
There are, and I actually don't have, I lost the link for that when I lost my other computer. Okay, I'll have to get that link back. Actually, DSA. Ah, there it is. There are 4 carriers that are not in position.
Okay. But
And
the service people can just sign up for if they have the resources to do and a commitment, of course.
no, it is a closed group with a limited number of carriers. And your commitment for the carrier is like a minimum of a year. So if somebody gets to the end of their commitment and doesn't renew it, a carrier slot becomes open. And
I didn't realize they only allow a certain amount.
well, otherwise there'd just be too many. I mean, if you click on that link I put in the stream chat, you'll see just, I mean, there's like 150 carriers.
You sent me it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire thing's full of red dots.
Green dots with only 4 reds.
Oh, green dots.
Yep. Yeah, the red ones are not in position. All the green ones are in position and functional.
Oh, okay.
And so literally just about anywhere in the galaxy you care to go, you're no more than 10,000 light years from a carrier. And
Even that far away.
in a lot of places they're not. So if you plan your route of exploration such that you visit a carrier, you know, you take whatever route you want heading towards a carrier, you visit a carrier, you sell your data. Okay, now that data is sold. You're back at 0, no risk. And when and if you get yourself blown up and respawn, you won't be back in the bubble. You'll be at the carrier, so you don't lose the distance you went out either. So it really makes exploration a whole lot safer. And actually, if you scroll in on that map, you'll see a lot of people are going carrier to carrier to carrier. Oh, there's a circle there. Huh. Wonder what the heck's in that area. Anyway. Patterns of strange stuff happening in different areas. You know, different circles of exploration. What the heck? Did somebody draw? Oh my God, somebody is drawing in the galaxy map.
Yep. There's a few people out there doing that.
You.
They got bored. Wouldn't it be too bad if you were allowed to create your own plot? But you can't. You have to.
You have to figure it out, yeah. Oh my God, some people are just so creative. Now, a bunch of groups have apparently made circles, but there's one group that in the errant marches is actually cordoned off, excuse me, a square area, and it looks like they're in the process of drawing a square picture in the galaxy. That is insane.
Well, someone drew the lead symbol.
Actually, Mr. Blue Moon, you only have to go 20 light years to get max price for any data. So, and the carriers give it to you at full price anyway, no matter how close it is. So, carriers are ideal places to put the to sell your data. Boy, that's awesome.
Is a fee.
Yeah, but there's a fee at the stations too, and it's the same.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's the same flat 12% that's at the stations.
Oh, okay.
So there's no difference to the person selling the data. It's just the carrier owner gets it instead of.
Okay.
Boy, there's a bunch of people drawing square pictures out there. That's funny. Interesting. Anyway, I am way out of time. So, yeah. So at this point, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. We had quite the crowd tonight, and I really appreciate it. In the chat, Hammer City Gamer, thank you very much for joining us. Actually, I think you've already left already, but if you pick it up and listen again later, you can hear at the end. Thank you very much for joining. Castle, thank you for coming back and joining us. Great having you in the chat. Mr. Blue Moon Halos, thank you for joining us in chat. It was great to have you all. And well, Yellow, we lost Yellow. When did we lose Yellow?
Yellow probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago.
He was muted for such a long time.
Yeah, I didn't notice him leaving.
Yeah.
He sent a message. I don't know if he sent it to y'all, but he sent it.
Oh, probably. He got to run. Okay. Cool. At any rate, Yellow, when you see this tomorrow, because it looks like you're going to be watching it later, thank you for joining me in the wing. Anthony and Philip, thank you for joining me in the wing as well. It was great having you guys along. So we'll pick up with the second Odyssey beta tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trace Majestus signing out.